All right, so I'll keep this pretty quick. It's another day in the world of GameCube collecting and flipping. Here's the next one that I have. As you guys can see, this GameCube is absolutely just disgustingly dirty, and it actually sounds like something's sort of loose in there. So I'm going to take it apart and see if I can find something floating around in there. Here's the 6 games that ended up coming with this, and it came with a third-party controller, which is sort of sad, but it's how it goes sometimes. Most of these games look really bad, like Mario Sunshine, Mario Kart Double Dash doesn't even have any case art, and then of course these just aren't worth too much. I'm gonna have to look at Scooby-Doo, but my guess is gonna be it's probably not worth very much. So here's what I'm working with as far as ones that are worth something to try and flip. So here's sort of what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean everything up, the cases, the games, and the console, and we'll clean the third-party controller as well. I'll show you guys after I'm done cleaning everything up. I don't do any retro brighting. That might be something I end up getting into in the future. So for now, all I do is just try and make sure it doesn't have a bunch of gunk and goop and all that kind of stuff on it. So let me get to it. I'll end up showing you guys when I'm done, what everything looks like all cleaned up. And then we'll go from there. Real quick, so I got everything all cleaned up. I took the GameCube apart, and it had something, I have no idea what it was, but it was green inside. There was 2 little pieces of it. Sounded like plastic or a hard piece of candy or something like that, but it was rattling around inside of it. So I took it apart, got that out, blew it out. It was absolutely filthy inside. Went through and tried to clean the cases on all these games. There was something nasty on all of these, and whatever happened to pretty much all of them, especially Metroid and Mario Sunshine. The cover art will not come loose from the plastic, so I couldn't get it cleaned, and that'll probably end up being a D value on that pretty easy. Mario Kart obviously didn't have the cover art. Metroid Prime, there is definite water damage on the back side of it, on the inside of the label, but front and back actually don't look bad. Scooby-Doo was actually very clean, even though it's a cheap game. Spider-Man, the case was dirty, but it all cleaned up. The cover art looks pretty decent. And then same thing with Frogger Beyond. Looked pretty decent, but sort of sucks. The 3 cheap games ended up being the ones that looked better, and will probably can't really do anything about fixing these. I was going to try and peel this one apart. I tried to peel it real slow, and I had a section on the back right here start to sort of detach. So I just was like, I'm not going to mess with it. But I got everything up and everything posted. For the GameCube, we'll sort of see what happens. I've been selling these all pretty quick. Like, here's my Spice Orange that I'm got to ship out tomorrow. The reason I'm getting rid of the Spice Orange one is I actually ordered another one that has a different region mod than this one, so you can switch back and forth between Japan and the United States. And it's going to be coming with a Spice Orange controller, original box, and the Game Boy player in orange. So I think that's going to end up being real cool. That should be here hopefully tomorrow. I'll get some more on it. But I just wanted to show you guys everything all cleaned up. I've got the cords, the cube, and the third-party controller with the third-party memory card up for sale. I'll probably try and get $30 out of Sunshine, even though the condition it's in. The loose copy goes for about that. I paid for a black label Sunshine $30, so I just hope I can get my money back. This I put up for the same price as the loose one that just sold 2 days ago, $50. Metroid Prime, I'll probably end up putting up. I think it was about $30. Scooby-Doo, I'm actually not entirely unsure if I am going to sell this one. I think this would be a funny one just to have in the collection. I always watched a lot of Scooby-Doo. This one is about $12, and I think Frogger was $8. So not a lot of room on this one, but I still think it's there. I had $100 in it, so as long as I get rid of this for $75, get rid of this, I'm pretty much dead even right there. If I can get rid of this and one of these two for about $5, I'm dead even. I can probably sell this for 10, 25 to 30, and then this will sell for 50. So I probably made $70 or something for, just a little bit of time playing with some stuff while I was watching other YouTube videos. So when I go to sell it, I'll end up letting you guys know what's going here. I'll get on the video tomorrow, my next GameCube, and we'll see you guys later. So I'm waiting on a pickup here. I'll go over a few things on the silver GameCube that I picked up in the 6 games. I ended up waiting on the guy for Scooby-Doo, Star Fox, and Metroid Prime. I told him I'd take 55, so that ends up being like $10 on Scooby-Doo, 30 on Metroid, and 20 on Star Fox. Out of the Star Fox came from the previous GameCube stuff that I picked up in Albuquerque. The only thing I have left out of that is Spider-Man 2 disc only. So as far as everything on the current GameCube, I've been going over the GameCube and third-party controller I sold for $35. I sold Super Mario Sunshine that had some water damage for $30, and Frogger Beyond for $8. So that only leaves me with the Spider-Man 2 with the Spider-Man case. I don't expect that to sell real fast, especially since Spider-Man 2 disc only from the last one. I have it at $5 and it hasn't sold. But that's the last of it. So I'm waiting on him, and then I'm pretty much out of everything. The last things I had from the Albuquerque pickup was 2 Wavebirds and Spider-Man, and I sold the 2 Wavebirds earlier today for $150. So pretty happy about that. I'm not entirely sure where I ended up on the Albuquerque pickup, but I can try and get that figured out and add it in here. So on the Albuquerque pickup, I ended up paying $280 for 4 Wavebirds, 22 games, and a GameCube console. I sold the console for $80. I got 20 out of some of the games, 150 out of 2 Wavebirds, 136 out of one of the games, and 48 on another. And then so let me stop here and then we'll go over the current pickup. And on the silver GameCube, I ended up at $193 and I paid $100. Pretty much everything sold within just a couple days, so it wasn't a long-term process for trying to get the $93 out of everything. So I don't think that was a bad deal. The only problem I'm having now is I can't find any new inventory. So I'm going to be scouring sort of everywhere to try and get some either GameCube stuff, Nintendo stuff. I checked quite a few places today and just couldn't find anything. So that's the wrap up on the silver GameCube flip.